Ever pondered the idea of living off the grid? Imagine a life free from utility bills, away from the city's hustle and bustle, living in harmony with nature. That's what off-grid living offers: freedom, independence, and a simpler way of life. Throughout this guide, we'll walk you through the steps to successfully transition to this lifestyle. We'll explore everything from understanding local laws, to choosing your new home, to essential supplies, and even sourcing food. Ready to embark on this adventure? Let's dive into the first step together. First things first, where can you live off the grid in the United States? Well, many states allow off-grid living, but each has its unique set of laws and regulations that you need to consider. Take Alaska, for instance. It's often considered the mecca of off-grid living due to its vast wilderness and lenient laws. In fact, a significant proportion of Alaskans live off the grid, embracing the state's rich natural resources. Moving on to the sunny state of Florida. Known for its abundant sunshine, it's ideal for solar power generation, a key aspect of off-grid living. However, Florida does require homes to connect to an electric grid, even if they're fully self-sufficient. So keep that in mind. Next up, we have Missouri. This state is a top pick for off-grid living due to its relaxed zoning laws and affordable land prices. Missouri doesn't require its residents to connect to the power grid, making it a viable option for many. Finally, let's talk about Colorado. While the state has some restrictions, many counties in Colorado are friendly towards off-grid living, offering a mix of beautiful landscapes and legal leniency. Of course, this is just a brief overview. Each state has its own intricacies when it comes to laws and regulations surrounding off-grid living. So before you pack up your life and head for the wilderness, make sure to do your homework. Remember, the legal aspect is crucial. Always check local laws before making a move. Now that you know where, let's discuss what, as in what kind of home you might live in. When it comes to off-grid living, there's no one-size-fits-all. The type of home you choose to live in can vary greatly depending on your personal preferences, budget, and the climate of your chosen location. Let's delve into some of the more popular options. First up, we have the classic cabin. Rustic, cozy, and timeless, cabins are a staple of the off-grid lifestyle. They can be as simple or as luxurious as you like, with options for wood-burning stoves, lofts, and even wraparound porches. However, building a cabin can be a time-consuming project, and depending on the materials used, it can also be a bit pricey. Next, let's talk about yurts. Originating from Central Asia, these circular dwellings are known for their durability and efficiency. The structure of a yurt allows for excellent heat conservation, making it a great choice for colder climates. They're relatively quick to set up, and they don't break the bank. However, yurts may not provide as much space or privacy as a traditional home, which might be a consideration for some. Finally, we have tiny houses. These compact homes have gained popularity in recent years for their minimalistic charm and affordability. Tiny houses are perfect for those looking to live a more minimalist lifestyle. They're also portable, allowing you to change your scenery as you please. But remember, living in a tiny house means you'll have to be very strategic about your storage and usage of space. Each of these homes has its own unique set of pros and cons, and it's important to weigh these against your own needs and wants. Consider your lifestyle, the climate you'll be living in, your budget, and your comfort needs. Remember, this isn't just about surviving off the grid, it's about thriving. Your home should be a place where you feel comfortable and at peace, a sanctuary from the hustle and bustle of mainstream society. Your home should be a reflection of your lifestyle and comfort needs, so choose wisely. Living off the grid requires some essential tools and supplies. It might sound overwhelming at first, but with the right preparation, it's an exhilarating journey towards self-sufficiency. One of the first steps towards building and maintaining an off-grid home is having a well-stocked toolbox. Essential tools such as hammers, saws, screwdrivers, and pliers are a must. You'll also need some power tools like a cordless drill, circular saw, and a good quality generator for those tasks that require a little extra muscle. To maintain your home and land, you'll need a sturdy shovel, a reliable axe for chopping wood, and a rugged wheelbarrow to help you transport heavy items. Keeping your tools in good condition is also crucial, so make sure to add a sharpening stone and some maintenance oil to your toolkit. Moving on to supplies for survival, food, water, and medical supplies are the trifecta here. When it comes to food, consider growing your own. Stock up on seeds for a variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains. Don't forget about protein sources, canned goods, dried beans, and even hunting supplies if you're inclined to live off the land. Water is another vital resource. Investing in a good quality water purification system is a must. Rainwater collection systems are also a good idea. You might also want to consider a manual pump in case of power outages. Medical supplies are often overlooked, but they are just as important. A first aid kit stocked with bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and essential medications could be a lifesaver. It's also worth considering some basic medical training, as professional help may not be readily available. Remember, this is not an exhaustive list, and your needs might vary, depending on your location and lifestyle. The key is to plan ahead and be prepared. Do your research, make a checklist, and start gathering your tools and supplies. Proper preparation is the key to successful off-grid living. With the right tools and supplies, you can build a life that is not only sustainable but also deeply rewarding. You've got your home and your tools. Now where will you put it all? Well, that's what we're here to discuss, buying land for your off-grid living. First off, it's not just about finding a patch of land and claiming it. No, there are several factors to consider. One of these is the water source. You'll want to ensure that the land you choose has access to a reliable water source. This could be a natural spring, a well, or a nearby stream or river. Water is the lifeblood of any homestead. For drinking, cooking, cleaning, and even irrigation if you plan on growing your own food. Next up, consider the soil quality. If you're dreaming of lush vegetable gardens and healthy livestock, then you'll need good quality soil. You can get a soil test to determine the fertility and pH levels. A soil rich in organic matter will not only support a diverse range of plant life, but also help in maintaining the water quality of your nearby sources. Now let's talk about accessibility. While living off the grid means distancing yourself from the hustle and bustle of city life, you don't want to be completely isolated. Your land should be accessible enough for you to receive deliveries or reach medical facilities in case of emergencies. Additionally, consider the ease of access to building materials if you're planning on constructing your own home. Another point to ponder is the local regulations and zoning laws. Some areas may have restrictions on the type of structures you can build or the use of alternative energy sources. Do your homework to avoid potential legal hiccups down the road. And finally, think about the climate. A location with a mild climate will make your off-grid journey smoother. Extreme temperatures on either end of the spectrum can pose challenges to both your comfort and survival. Finding the right land is like finding the right partner. It's essential for a successful off-grid life. So take your time, do your research, and choose wisely. If you like our Owner Financed Land YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel. Let's talk about the basics, food and water. When you're off the grid, supermarkets and tap water are luxuries of the past. Instead, you'll be sourcing food and water from the earth itself. Let's delve into how. First off, farming. Not only is it a rewarding activity, but it's also a sustainable way to feed yourself. You can start with vegetables and fruits that are easy to grow, like tomatoes, potatoes, apples, and berries. You'll want to plan your crops carefully, taking into account the seasons and the local climate. And remember, composting your waste is a great way to enrich your soil and boost your harvest. Hunting and fishing can also be a reliable source of protein. You'll need to learn local hunting and fishing laws and make sure to respect the natural balance of wildlife in your area. Don't forget about foraging too. You'd be surprised at the amount of edible plants and fungi that grow wild in your own backyard. As for water, rainwater collection is a popular choice for off-gridders. You can set up a simple system using a roof, gutters, and a storage tank. Just make sure to filter and purify the water before drinking. Wells are another option if you have access to groundwater. You might need a permit and some professional help to dig a well, but it's a reliable and clean source of water. You could also use a nearby river or stream, but always purify the water first. Parasites and bacteria are no joke, and they can be present even in the cleanest looking water sources. Remember, living off the grid means becoming more in tune with the natural world. You'll be eating with the seasons, drinking from the sky, and learning to appreciate the abundance of nature in a whole new way. With a bit of hard work and creativity, you'll never go hungry or thirsty. Living off the grid is more than just a location, it's a lifestyle. Imagine waking up with the sun, not to the blare of an alarm clock, but to the soft pink hues of daybreak painting the sky. Your morning routine doesn't involve a rushed cup of coffee and a hectic commute, but a leisurely stroll to the chicken coop to gather fresh eggs for breakfast. As an off-grid individual, your day is dictated by the rhythms of nature, not the ticking of a clock. After breakfast, you might spend the morning maintaining your home, tending to your garden, or chopping wood for the winter. It's hard work, but there's a deep sense of satisfaction that comes from knowing every task contributes directly to your survival and well-being. Lunch might be a hearty soup made from homegrown vegetables enjoyed outdoors under the shade of a tree. In the afternoon, you might take care of some repairs around the house, or perhaps you'd spend it fishing in the nearby stream, the silence only broken by the gentle babbling of the water and the occasional birdsong. The independence and self-reliance that come with off-grid living can't be overstated. You are in control of your resources, your time, and your life. There's a freedom in knowing that you're not dependent on external systems for your needs. Evenings might be spent reading by the light of a solar-powered lamp or sharing stories around a fire. As night falls, you're not left with the artificial glow of screens, but with a clear view of the star-studded sky, untouched by light pollution. Of course, this lifestyle isn't for everyone. It requires a significant amount of hard work, resilience, and adaptability. But for those who embrace it, the rewards are immense. You gain a connection with the land, a sense of self-sufficiency, and a peaceful simplicity that's hard to find in today's fast-paced world. Living off the grid is a journey, filled with challenges and rewards. So there you have it, folks, the roadmap to your off-grid living adventure. This journey to independence, to a life less tethered, begins with awareness of the states that permit off-grid living. Once you've selected your state, your next move is to choose your off-grid home, be it a tiny house, a yurt, or a cabin in the woods. Remember, the right tools and supplies are vital. They'll provide you with the means to construct your home, to cook, and to maintain your property. When it comes to buying land, it's all about location, access to resources, and your personal preferences. And of course, growing your own food and sourcing water are key to self-sustainability. But remember, this lifestyle is about more than just survival. It's about embracing the beauty and freedom of the wild, adapting to changing circumstances, and relishing the rich rewards of self-reliance. If you're ready for a life less ordinary, the off-grid lifestyle awaits. The freedom of the wild is calling. Are you ready to answer? If you like our Owner Financed Land YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel.